Hi guys, it's Amanda with Cocopelli Living. When I was in graduate school, I got really interested in learning more about modern diseases. If you Google the word modern diseases, you'll find a short list of things that I'm talking about. So these are diseases that's seen a tremendous spike in the last 1 or 2 generations, a huge increase of people, just really noticeable increase in people that are experiencing these diseases. I was originally interested in this because I wanted to use my research opportunity to learn about ways that I can manage my thyroid health better. I've been struggling with thyroid disease for 16 years, and it was really debilitating at one point in my life. I've gotten a handle on it, and I have gotten myself to being a healthy, functioning adult, which I wasn't in my early 20s. I'm about to turn 40, and here we are, loving life, and I'm healthy. So I know that there's a lot of people that struggle with these same problems, and I wanted to learn more about how I could help you with some of the things that you might be struggling with. And what I'm going to be talking about here today is something that has gotten me so rattled up, because I can't believe that the information isn't out there. I've learned a lot about labels and what things can or what things legally has to go on product labels and what doesn't. And it's really got me fired up. So consider this my activism. Or my contribution here in sharing this information with people. But not everybody has the time or the opportunity to really delve into research, and I had some great access to amazing databases from reputable research institutes that I could use. So when we talk about modern diseases, things like heart disease, stroke, cardiovascular issues, obesity, all these things, is the only thing that we can link this to, or that research can link this to right now, is the increase in toxins in our environment. We know that our grandparents had less toxins in their entire lives than we get in 1 year. And environmental scientists believe that the inside of our homes is usually more toxic than the outside, and that says something. So as I was trying to learn about how to take charge, words are just words until you take action. So as I was learning about ways that I could take action to take charge of my own health, protect myself and my family, I came across all of these things that we use in our homes. And so there are about 350 different toxins that are used in household products, not just our cleaning supplies, but also medicines and over-the-counter medicines and prescription medication and beauty products as well. So it really takes an active, conscious choice to eliminate these things in our life, or at least lower our toxic load. Being environmentally responsible is also important to me and my family, as well as being socially responsible. So we're really stepping up the ante this year in cleaning out our home. I was a preschool teacher for many years, and what really stood out for me in my research is how many of these modern diseases are being seen in children. You guys, we're seeing astronomical numbers rising with the increase in autism, kids having respiratory issues at really young ages, RSV sticking around, bronchitis sticking around, asthma and allergies sticking around and it's affecting so many more children than we've seen in the past. So something has changed in our environment, and what's changed is the amount of toxins that's allowed to be used in all these commercial products that we bring into our home. There's about 350 of them, like I said, but I'll try and post a top list of things for you to look out for. They're not going to be on product labels though, because just the conditioner, the toxins in your conditioner or in your shampoo is not enough to be toxic. Just the toxins in your dish detergent is not enough to be toxic. The problem comes in when we have a lot of those things in our home that has toxins in them. Now suddenly we start having these modern diseases and these things that are causing endocrine interruption. So I'm going to show you some of the changes that we've made in our household over the past couple of years, and maybe it'll inspire you to change one thing in your life. If I can get you to change one thing, just one thing, my top choice would be to get rid of aerosol sprays, scented candles, wax burners, incense, the little thingies that we hang, air fresheners that we hang in our closets and in the cars, these are the worst culprits of them all. They have the most toxins in them. You're bringing formaldehyde and all kinds of things causing respiratory and lung issues into your home and into your life. And using them in the car is probably the worst thing you can do, because you're in a confined space and there's just not enough airflow to offset that. And don't look back, don't feel regret, don't feel guilt, just move forward, make the choice and move forward. I didn't know I had all those things in my home. I just threw a bag of candles away last year. I got rid of all my burners and things, and I'm actually using essential oil diffusers around my house now, just because essential oils is such a big part of our life and we use them in every aspect of our life. So diffusing essential oils makes them accessible to us, real easy to use. So if you have to have candles in your home, I do understand that people love candles, and I love candles too. I made this myself with soy wax that I ordered on Amazon, and essential oils, and I made sure that I have a cotton wick that I use, so I know there's nothing toxic in here. So on the rare occasion, I also put citrus bliss essential oils in here because it's winter time, and we all can use a little mood upper at this point of the winter. When you smell soy candles, they're not going to smell really strong because soy wax does not hold the scents as well as paraffin or wax candles. So most commercial candles will be made of paraffin and wax, and they just have a slew of toxins in them when you light them up and have them in your home. So this is a good alternative if you must have a candle. The other scented options for in the bathroom or for around the house, I literally have a spray bottle that I got from Home Depot, fill it up with water, put about 20 drops of wild orange in there. I'm obsessed with citrus oils right now, so that's what I have in here, but you could put lavender or patchouli or whatever you want to put in here, you can put in here, and I just spray it around the house. I have one in each bathroom. Instead of using commercial freshener for my upholstery, I use this to freshen up my upholstery. I even sprayed on the dogs. So that's good for my pocket too, because it's real cheap to make. In the car, I have a dry diffuser that goes into the cigarette outlet. It has little dry pads inside, so you can put your essential oils on there. This is my absolute favorite. It's our little mini diffuser that plugs into a USB port in the car or at the office into your computer, and this does have water in it. It fits in the coffee holder, and I love this because I personally like the vapors in the car. I hate commuting, so I will use Balance or something that'll keep my mood stable and keep me from getting too rattled up or too excited when I have to sit in the car for a period of time. My absolute most favorite upgrade this year to our home was finding these crystal wash bowls. I know I've talked about these before, but I'm going to feature them again because I think they're so amazing. They were about $60 for the two. They're supposed to last about 3 years. I'll tell you in 3 years if they're still lasting. And you literally just throw them in the washer and done. They do say they don't remove tough stains. We don't have a ton of tough stains, so I don't have a real good comparison. But my laundry is clean, and I will never buy laundry detergent again. That has to be flushed down the white water drains. When I did have a stain, I just put lemon oil directly on it, and it took it right out. So no more laundry detergent to buy. I got my dryer balls. Instead of using those dryer sheets, that's, again, full of formaldehyde and all kinds of other toxins that you're having in your home. I got my dryer balls from doTERRA. This was in their holiday catalog, so you can't get that from them anymore, but you can from us anymore, but you can get it from a company called Norwex. I'll post a link for you to be able to track wrap down, and they look like this, and you put your essential oils on there. I love clove. I don't know why I love clove for laundry, but clean laundry is supposed to smell like clove to me, so I put clove on there. No more dryer sheets to buy. I read a study about the bacteria that was found on all kinds of produce in the grocery store. When they're packed up at the farm, they're being touched. When they are unloaded at the grocery store, they're being touched. When they're displayed at the grocery store, they're being touched. When people walk past them all day long looking for the perfect crop, they're being touched. People are coughing and sneezing over the produce. I never even thought about this until I read that study. And since then, when my produce comes home, even if it's organic, which everything that we buy is, or I try to buy as much organic as I can. Again, because I don't want the toxins, pesticides, and the hormones in my house. I do put all my vegetables in a water tub full of, my sink full of grapefruit or lemon. And it washes the waxes right off. It washes any pesticides or anything that may have been, or any bacteria that may have been on my produce off. If you don't have oils and you're not interested in getting any oils, you can use Purely Essential. This is a great commercial brand that you can buy. Same thing. It has essential oils in it and water. So a really cool one that you can get at your grocery store. Castile soap. If you don't know what Castile soap is, meet your new best friend. This bottle is about $40, between $30 and $40. It lasts us about 10 to 12 months. I buy it on Amazon, one click, real quick. And we make this is our bath soap for in the shower. This is our hand soap, and I add essential oils to it. This happens to be a lavender one, I think, that's already scented, but you can put more oils in it, which I do because I want that exposure to as many oils as I can throughout the day. And you can just buy this at Amazon and make so many things out of this. It's inexpensive and it's a great solution for cleaning. Also, I have a glass jar with Castile soap in it, water, essential oils, and baking soda. Baking soda, I've heard about baking soda being a great cleaner, but boy, is it a great cleaner. I make a toilet scrub. This is a toilet scrub as well. It has great scouring power without scrubbing my highly prized pots and pans. So it'll take all the grease off and literally just dip a sponge in it and start scrubbing. And there you go. Tubs are getting cleaned with this. Again, very inexpensive and easy to make. There's a couple of commercial brands, actually 3 I want to introduce you to. Simply Organic is one that you could probably find at most grocery stores. I don't like the scent of vinegar, so I know that a lot of glass cleaner recipes call for vinegar. I can't stand it. This one does smell a little bit like vinegar, so just a heads up on that. This one does not. Glass and surface cleaner. I haven't found a homemade recipe yet for a good glass cleaner that doesn't leave streaks, so I'm buying this commercial product right now. It's called Bright Green, and our dish detergent when I'm not using my scouring packets, and then also our dishwasher detergent packets is from that same brand. And I chose this brand just because they are available at my grocery store, so for sake of convenience. 7th Generation is another one that you can choose. But it's just about making 1 or 2 choices at a time and keep upgrading. When you finish one thing, make a better choice when you're just at the grocery store, and it'll pay you back in dividends. If your family is sick all the time, your kids have colds and flus and allergies and asthma and bugs, and you can't get the stuff out of your house, you might want to ask yourself, is there something that I can do to change out and make the environment in my home a little less toxic? The other thing that's probably a little bit more political that's important to me is that when I spend my money on organics and I spend it on better environmental products, it ends up cutting the cost for everyone, and it makes these products the consumer's choice, which means that companies, reputable and good companies who care about the environment and care about their customers, are able to make their products and make it more accessible at a lower price. So for me, that's also very important to know that my consumer choices has that environmental impact or social impact. I hope you have gotten some inspiration out of this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you soon.